Drowsy driving. Driving when fatigue kills, yet it is preventable. Learn about 3 elements that are frequently linked to crashes caused by drowsy drivers, and get some useful advice on how to stay awake while driving. You can discover various resources in this section as well as information about the NHTSA's efforts to help put a stop to this harmful behavior. The safety, health, and quality of life of the American populace are all negatively impacted by fatigue. The negative effects of exhaustion can be the same whether it is brought on by sleep deprivation brought on by a newborn baby waking every couple of hours, a late or a lengthy shift at work, sitting out late with friends, or a long and boring travel for the holidays. Among them are diminished cognition and performance, car accidents, workplace mishaps, and health effects. Managing these problems can be challenging if our lifestyle does not support refraining from driving while fatigued. Many people do not get the necessary amount of sleep in today's 24/7 world due to the emphasis on job, longer commutes, and exponential growth of technology. Fundamental adjustments must be made to society's standards, including attitudes about sleepy driving, in order to effectively address the problem of drowsy driving. Although there are variances in how these phrases are used and understood, the terms drowsy, sleepy, and weariness are frequently used interchangeably. Unfortunately, it is not yet possible to estimate the exact number of crashes, injuries, and fatalities caused by drowsy driving. Investigators can search for signs that suggest tiredness played a role in a collision, but these signs aren't always obvious or conclusive. Police and hospital records are used by NHTSA to estimate the frequency of traffic-related injuries and fatalities and to count fatal crashes. According to NHTSA estimates, sleepy driving contributed to 91,000 police-reported crashes in 2017. Nearly 800 people died as a result of these collisions, and there were probably 50,000 injuries. However, there is broad consensus in the fields of traffic safety, sleep science, and public health that the effects of drowsy driving are underestimated. Any time of day or night, drowsy driving can cause accidents, but 3 things are most frequently linked to them. Drowsy driving crashes occur most frequently in the late afternoon or between midnight and 6 in the morning. People's circadian rhythms, the body's natural clock that controls sleep, fall off at both times of the day. They frequently involve just one driver, and no passengers, speeding off the road without braking. They frequently happen on rural roads and highways. Tips for alert driving. How to avoid driving while driving. 1. The only real defense against the dangers of driving when fatigued is getting enough sleep every night. Consumers are urged by experts to prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. 2. Get a decent night's sleep the night before a long family road trip, otherwise you risk endangering your entire family and others. 3. Many teenagers experience sleep deprivation during a period of development when their biological need for sleep rises, which puts them at risk for drowsy driving accidents, especially on longer trips. Tell your teenagers to wait to drive until they've had a good night's sleep. 4. Driving after consuming any alcohol is not advised. Alcohol consumption interacts with sleepiness to promote impairment and drowsiness. 5. Always read the labels on all of your prescription and over-the-counter medications to see if drowsiness could be a side effect. 6. When taking medications that could make you drowsy as a side effect, try to avoid driving and instead take the bus or train. 7. If you drive, stay off the road between the hours of midnight and 6 in the morning and in the late afternoon. When driving at these times, especially if you're alone, be alert for signs of drowsiness like crossing over lines in the road or running into a rumble strip. Short-term interventions. 1. Coffee or energy drinks by themselves are not usually sufficient. Although the effects are transient and you might not be as alert as you think you are, they may make you feel more awake. You may still experience micro-sleeps, or small losses of consciousness that can last for 4 or 5 seconds, if you drink coffee and are severely sleep-deprived. This means that while you were sleeping, you moved more than 100 yards down the road at a speed of 55 miles per hour. There is plenty of time for a crash to occur. 2. Drink 1 to 2 cups of coffee and pull over for a brief 20-minute nap in a safe location, such a lighted, marked rest stop, if you begin to feel drowsy while you are driving. Scientific investigations have demonstrated that this boosts alertness, but only momentarily.